welcome to the first video of Learning AP. Today we'll be talking about some of the introductory terms used in AP statistics. And it's important that you guys know that this video series is not just for AP classes. If there are any suggested videos or any other content that you want me to go over, please leave a comment down below. Now today's video will be fairly short because we're just going over some of the fundamental terms that are used in the course, but there will be follow-up videos, so if there's anything that I missed or anything you want me to go over, please leave a comment down below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Okay, so let's get started. Now, an individual is probably the first word, or term, I should say, that you will hear in AP statistics. An individual can be defined as a single unit of a population that is observed in an experiment or observational study. Now, an experiment is very different than an observational study, and we will get to that in a second. But think of an individual as the smallest unit of a population. And I'll get to what a population is in a sec too. So now a subject is a term that's used to mean that the individual is a person. Okay, so if you're studying dogs, the dogs would just be considered the individual. They would not be considered subjects. Okay, if that makes sense. The subject is only used to refer to humans as the individual. So now going into experimental design, the explanatory variable, that is the independent variable or the X variable. It's referred to in both ways. But what the explanatory variable does is that it attempts to explain the observed outcome of a study or experiment. Okay, so these are typically what you manipulate in any type of study, and these pretty much try to explain what you're seeing and why you're seeing it. Now, the exact opposite of this is called the response variable. The response variable is known as the dependent or the Y variable. Excuse my spelling. Okay, and the dependent variable, it measures, that's the difference, it measures the observed outcome of an observational study or experiment. For example, if I'm measuring the effect of fertilizer on plant growth, my response variable would be the amount of plant growth in centimeters, inches, feet, whatever it is. The explanatory variable, on the other hand, would be the type of fertilizer. Okay, so I'm changing the type of fertilizer, but I am measuring how much it grows. So that's the difference between explanatory and response variables. So now we're going into what an observational study is. An observational study is when you observe the individuals and different explanatory variables without attempting to influence them. For example, if I want to know which type of breast cancer treatment works best on a group of 20